Welcome to Hip Hop Gems TV. Queens is in the fucking building.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man.
Yes,
Queens get the money.
sir.
Big Queen shit. Got my guy Heartbreak Julio in the building.
Bro, I appreciate you so much, man.
How are you, man?
I'm great, man. It's a nice day in New York City. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
I'm
Good
still
jersey.
on from last night.
Good jersey you got on, by the way.
You know, because I'm feeling magical. You feel what I'm saying? I'm here. This is a well-run, like, I watch the show all the time. So to see it in person is like amazing.
Man.
And then to see that it's like a family affair and it's beautiful in here. It's black owned.
Absolutely. There's no clowns.
First look at the camera, black owned.
Let's jump into this, man. Your introduction into hip hop, so to speak. How did you get into this space? How did it kind of transition to you getting into being an artist?
So I remember like going to my mom's friend's house and her homegirls, and they playing like the video music box and you know, the box where you could put the channel and you could play a video. And I remember Tupac, Humpty Hump. I was like, yo, who the hell is this? Like, I was Digital Underground. I was like, who the hell is, as a kid, like, who's these guys? So that was like one of my first memories. LL Cool J. I remember meeting LL right around the corner from here on the Ave at 91, being shook, like seeing somebody from my TV.
Wow.
Somebody I seen on TV in real life. So that I fell in love from there. As far as rapping, it's kind of funny because it's not funny, it's kind of fucked up. So it sounds a little crazy, but 9/11 happened, right? And I was so like moved by it that I was like, yo, fuck it. I wanted to write something. Like I just started writing because all my boys were starting. My boy Don D, who's the reason I even rap to this day. Shout out to Don D, my brother. He was like, we was always chilling. So he was always freestyle. I always thought that shit was so ill. Like, yo, he's freestyling shit like that. So when 9/11 happened, I was like so moved by it that I wrote. Like I wrote like some 9/11 bars, like New York City pride shit. And that was the start. And it was just, I remember freestyling in Hoover Park in Briarwood for the first time. That shit turned me out. Like that first, when somebody heard you rap, like, yo, because they was like, yo, you rhyming? I was like, I had glasses, braces, little nigga, like, fuck it, I'm in here. It was gang members and shit. I give a fuck, like, yo, I'm in here with y'all, man. Like, So when I got that first rush, turned me out. Can't let it go.
Yo, shout out to Donnie, man.
Yeah, Don D. Thank you, Don D.
I mean, without him, we don't think we would even.
Nah, me and Don D was a rap group too. All Purpose. That was my first start. I never wanted to be a solo artist. I started in a group. I'm always like I like to do shit with my friends. I never was like me. I needed to be the star. You know what I mean? Like I could play my position. I enjoy working with people. I like working together on things. You know what I'm saying? I always like getting my hot 16 off in the group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not having to do 3 songs and shit, 3 verses and shit like that was like cool. Even though I love writing and shit like that, but like I like that feeling of like, we just going bar for bar and then we could go 8 to 8 on the 3rd verse or go back and forth like that. I loved it. So
that's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
You've been definitely making some rounds here, man. So
that's crazy.
To hear you say like, yo, you always kind of just wanted to do the group thing.
Yeah.
I guess that explains why working with RetroSpec and that, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
It all makes sense, man.
Working with Action Figure, working with Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, you was on the wrestling school joint.
Yeah.
Shout out to Action Figure, shout out Wolverine.
To my brother Action Figure, shout out my brother Wolverine, man.
Absolutely, man.
That's good guys over there. God damn. Shout out RetroSpec, my brother, good.
How did you meet RetroSpec? Let's go into that.
So here's the thing, right? I shot this video for this song. Shout out my brother Beezy Beats. He's the reason, he's a part of that. Him and Money Mark, my manager, like invested in me and believed in me at a young age. Me, my boy Travis, rest in peace. And Don D, he believed in us and put us in the studio. Then we met B-Eazy. And then it was like a little lull period where I was doing my thing and I was trying to find myself again. And B-Eazy opened up his studio, had me there. That led to us doing a song called We Don't Stop, which was one of like my most popular songs at the time. And still is to this day, honestly. And we did a video for it by my man Spark Shot It, right? So at the same time, I did the Instagram post when it came up. So I did the little thing, right? And then Retro hits me out of nowhere, like, yo, I heard your video, bro. It's dope, man. Like, I got some beats. Like, all right. Like, now, mind you, as any artist know, we get that all the time. Like, yo, I got beats. So I had to get on this nigga nice. Like, shit, fire, hold on.
Shout out RetroSpec,
So
man.
shout out RetroSpec. So I'm like, yo, this Instagram ad shit. I'm about to go make a commercial for Instagram. Like this, I put a little $10 and found some fire nigga. Nah, come to find out, Spark had went to Sam Ash where Retro was working at and told him about me, and then Retro did the homework and reached out to me. So it wasn't Instagram. So I want my $10 back, Instagram. I thought you know what I mean? But and it was just a beautiful chance meeting that. All of it is divine. A lot of the shit is like connected and like universe shit, like that, and that led to us. He had sent me some beats for the first project we did, From the Soul.
From the Soul.
And I had pulled up. He was living in Ronkonkoma in Long Island, which if you know from the Ave, is LIRR is the last fucking stop, damn near last stop. Shit deep.
Yeah, man. I'll be hearing that shit on the train.
Yeah,
like,
that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
They'd be like Ronkonkoma.
Ronkonkoma, right?
So I hopped on the train. I was in his crib for like 6 hours and did the first project, and it was like 12 songs, and I had clips ready to go. He had the beats ready because I had wrote to him. We just recorded it all then and there. Some songs I had wrote right then and there, all doing the verse, just straight going through it, like one taking them two. It was just like an amazing experience. Wow. And it just led to us building from there. When we did From the Soul again, he was in Brooklyn. He moved to Brooklyn. I went to Brooklyn, right across for like around the corner from Marcy Project. So it's like the vibe of these projects are like done in different places. Like it was actually a different part of Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Then the Feel the Soul joint was around the corner from Marcy. So it's like as he go, the project goes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like how it switched.
The sound goes.
And then For the Soul, it was so again like divine. Everything he moves to the block. Now my brother Trey, that's my brother. Like. Like Retro lives 2 buildings from him. He tragically passed away. So, and it was crazy because I always wanted him to hear From the Soul. But I was like, I'm gonna wait for it to come out because I knew he was gonna go crazy when he heard Retro beats and shit like that. So for him to move to Briarwood and we do this For Soul 2 buildings down from him was just like universe. Wow. Crazy. So
that's actually when I first seen you perform. You had Trey, you had the image of your man's on as you was performing.
No, you wasn't there for the Chinatown Sound, the first shit the Chinatown Sound joint at the Beer Factory.
I didn't go to the first. No, the Beer Factory one. I went to that one.
Yeah, I was there that night.
You was there that night?
That was the first. Yo, I got a funny story. That was the first night I performed. I didn't perform the whole pandemic because I was like, I'm not bringing none of this COVID shit. Sharing mics, fuck the underground. Like, nah, I ain't doing none of that shit.
Yeah,
hip hop is good. I got this little girl with me, and my daughter at the time. She was staying with me, like. Not playing with that. I mean, I got my mom, I had my grandmother at the time. God bless the dead, rest in peace. So it was a lot of thank you. It was a lot of shit I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I'll write these songs and record and hopefully some shit pop. And so that was my first time performing. And it was a Retro and Friends kind of like thing. Like Retro had his set and brought niggas on, so I got to like do 2 songs.
There. I remember.
So here's the funny shit. Now me and Bubs go way back to like 2012, like when he was working with Handball and they was doing these shows and performing. Me and my man G-Co, shout out my brother G-Co, we going into his, G-Co had a hot, crazy record at the time, God Money Dope. We was shaking shit up. We go perform there. So I have this history of Bubs. So seeing Bubs was like a welcoming face, right?
Yeah.
So Bubs gets on the mic and does his shit with Retro, right? And he's, you know how Bubs is.
Yep.
I forgot for a second that's what Bubs do. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit. Yo, right? So I'm so hyped, mind you, because I'm like, yo, I haven't performed, and there's mad motherfuckers in this motherfucker. This shit was a packed house. Shout out to Chinatown Sound. Shit was packed. I get the mic. I just start screaming my verse like, yo. I'm just going crazy. Like, so that was like so when you see me with my brother on it, that was more of a refined me getting it. Cause I was just hollering the first time, but it was funny because to see it back, I was just like getting that vibe, like, oh, I'm rapping for the people. Y'all get,
Yeah.
So that was the funny
That
shit.
was amazing though, man. I know you had I know the Retro Crate joint was That's when you did the performance, and you had the picture of your brother in the back.
Yeah.
That's actually the first time I heard you talk about that with your brother, and talk about how he was, he's no longer here.
Yeah, that's fucking
that
crazy story.
You know, I remember when you got off stage, and I was like, yo, I introduced myself, and I'm like, yo, Queen shit, and then that went from there.
Yo, because Retro told me that you had ran down on him and was like, yo, my pops loved the record. When I tell you, like, this is why it's an honor for me to be here. Because when I tell you that shit moved me.
Yeah, man.
That shit moved my spirit so much that, like, yo, wait, this nigga Pops loved the album?
Yeah, man.
And I was like, yo, because I was really in a dark space when my grandmother had just passed away, and that was my heart. So I really didn't even want to make the album, to be honest with you. I really look back at that album, and I'm like, and I think that's why I kind of went crazy on this one, too, because I knew where I was when I made that album, and it wasn't like, I was like, damn, bro. I was just like, I was just giving what I had, but I didn't have much. You feel what I'm saying? So for anybody to feel that record, and then especially like an OG, a legend, like just knowing that I could tell already, like the fact that he would even share that with you was like, that moved him. I was like, this is why I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I don't got all the clout and all that, but listen, shit like that makes me go. You know what I'm saying?
When I interviewed Retro, which is so crazy, Joe. When I interviewed Retro, that's when me and you first met. It was
That's
that
crazy.
So,
and I love that interview. That's another reason that had me hype. I was like, yo, he talking.
That was at the studio. Like, that was at Lounge. Those first wave of interviews was the second season, and I went to Lounge Studio, and I met my guy, producer of the show, Joe.
Shout out Joe.
I met Joe there, and Retro was like, you gotta get Heartbreak on your show.
And look how Universe is, bro.
So the Universe is crazy.
Yeah.
How that goes. And then us being
connects.
from Queens. That's just the
That's why, and it's like, and what's so ill about even like this location and how you get through it, it's so like hip hop. Like we do this when we go to the shows. We gotta go through It's like, oh, they got this shit in here. Like,
that's actually crazy.
Fire.
You actually
Like,
pointed that out. I never thought about it.
That's the gem too. I'm gonna leave you a couple gems. That's a gem right there, bro. You feel me? That's a gem right there. You feel me? Like Queen, and you in really the heart of
the heart
shit.
of Queens, man.
It's the heart of it.
Absolutely.
So
damn, man, you just painted a crazy picture for me with that one. You were definitely an artist who, which you do, you paint these pictures, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about For the Soul, and why was that such a meaningful project for you?
So it goes back to the project being back in the neighborhood I grew up in, and it being at the place 2 buildings down from my brother. So like that was a real thing when I said that, and it was the craziest shit. And I did it because I do my podcast. Shout my brother Dre. We got the Almanac show we do every week, wrestling podcast. So wrestling from a black point of view too, which is a passion project. So I understand. That's why I know everything that goes on. That's why I appreciate it, what you do from a different level as well, compared to like, because I know what it takes to get up and do this. You know what I'm saying? So this happened in his. I appreciate you for real. So this happened in his building like a couple weeks, but I was going towards Retro. I had found parking, and so I have to pass Travis's building before I get to Retro's crib, and I went right to his building because that's the thing I always did. I found parking, or I pulled up off the bus and I went to that building. I literally walked to the building. I had to stop myself at the door, like, oh shit, that's crazy. Like where I'm going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I went back to Retro's crib, but that had like, so that's when and then I came in there and that beat was playing. So that was a real thing when I said, yo.
You went to your man's door.
Yeah, I went to the building.
Went to the building.
Just off muscle memory.
Just muscle memory.
Off muscle memory.
Crazy.
That blew my mind. And then, so when I do my podcast at my bro's house, it's the same kind of, you know how the buildings are same, even though it's a different block. I was in his elevator and I hit the 6th floor and went all the way to the 6th floor and was like, oh shit, like shit like that is happening. And I'm like, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was a real thing when I said that. So that inspired me in itself, like going like, yo, this project is getting done. What are the chances you move to Briarwood? You know what I'm saying? Like this is a place you've been hearing me talk about in raps for 3 albums, and you move to this motherfucking place, and then you move on the block. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that alone was just like, I didn't want to never stop. I probably would have if I really had my way, it probably would have been 80 for the Soul, because I just love recording back in Briarwood. It was like such a full circle moment. You know, Briarwood is the place I rapped when I told you I rapped in that park. That park is in Briarwood. You feel what I'm saying? Don D was rapping in Briarwood. Don D born and raised in Briarwood. So this is all I know. You feel what I'm saying? Like G Cove is from Briarwood. You feel me? Like my brother Verge that I'm shot. My brother Verge, Down Bad Records, amazing artist. Met through Briarwood. You feel what I'm saying? Going to the same school in Briarwood. You know what I mean? So that's why it was so meaningful, like, to do that. And then I just had a lot of shit to say. Like I wanted to show niggas like, yo, I got bars too. Like I hear y'all be saying who's this, who's that, but I got shit too. Like y'all gotta recognize that too. I know I'm not out at everything and shit like that. I get that. That's on me. So everything outside of rap that I need to improve on, I'm aware of. So I don't put that onus on nobody but myself. But when it comes to these bars, though, gotta put me in the conversation, bro. Come on,
absolutely.
Man. You got ears, bro. Like, you got, like sometimes I'll be sitting back, like, and it comes off very arrogant, and I can understand that. But fuck that, it's passion too. Like, are y'all hearing this shit? Like, bro, like, cause I be hearing this shit, y'all go crazy over in this fire, but it's like, y'all hearing this though? Like, and that's the queen shit of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hearing this though? Like, y'all ain't hearing this? Like, y'all ain't hearing? Like, and it be love to everybody, and y'all be going crazy. But we got bars too.
But
like,
I got something to say as well.
Yeah, so.
But that's how you're supposed to feel, though.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to be the best.
You want to be the best. You know, like I feel like I got the best show out.
Exactly. Facts. I feel you. I feel you. That's how you supposed to feel.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's nothing wrong. I don't never mind nobody that feel like they the best. You supposed to be the best. You want to be the world. I always equate shit to wrestling because that's just my second love and passion.
We're going to get into wrestling, too.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get into it.
Absolutely. We definitely going to get into that.
Everybody want to be the world champion. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but see, the thing is sometimes, but then again, sometimes I'm getting my bag where I'm good with the tag titles. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they're just as good. They're world champions too. You know what I'm saying? So, long as we're the best, you feel me? Because then, like, that's why sometimes I be fighting through because I be getting passionate, like, rah, the best. And then I be like, what does it matter? It's all subjective. At the end of the day, we like to make it a sport thing, but there's no final score. There's no finality to this.
Right.
You can have your best in the world. She can have her best in the world. He can have his best in the world. He can have his best in the world. So
that's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Queen Center Mall was definitely one of my favorite tracks.
And it wasn't even going to be on the project, too.
No.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And it was like, it was one of those moments of me being like, nah, this is too many bars. Like, niggas ain't hearing this. And like, I got to put this on the project. But it was just like, I had like, I don't know. I just felt like it was, I don't know. I just, at the time when I heard it and I did it, we wanted to do like a Vaporwave project that we were going to save it for. And I had some other Vaporwave projects. So I was kind of like, I don't know. But then more and more I kept hearing it because I had like the raw version of, which is like 30 records before the show that. It's like, so I have like the raw version because we cut records off, believe it or not. So it would always stick out. I'm like, nah, I got to put this on there. I got to put this on there. And I love that. Go DJ is one of my favorite shit. And then when I seen it on the Supreme doc, how they weaved it in, that's why it was like whole Queen shit, talking about Queen shit like the White Castle and Bayside across the street.
Yeah.
So
you Queen Center Mall, if you don't know Queen Center Mall, Queen Center Mall is legendary. Historic mall. Spent a lot of summers in that mall bagging a bunch of different girls.
Yes. All kind of work, all kind of flavor.
It was all kind of, because you got Left Right over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got 57 over there.
Yeah.
You got, you know what I'm saying? So it's all kinds of work up in there. That was a Queen Center Mall.
I remember at Queen Center Mall, and I had a bar on it, on the project where I talked about, like, a girl made me feel a way. Like, oh, you look so crazy. Like I was looking bummy. She just, like, called me on it. And I was like, damn, that shit made me contemplate and cook and rock. And that came from that shit happened at Queen Center Mall. Like, Shorty said that to me at Queen. Like, said it real slick and passing. Like, damn, bar me up. I was like, all right, man. Because, you know, I ain't never really been in fashion. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that's the rapper thing, too. So, like, you know, and it's funny because, like, my parents are, like, fashion. Like, so I've been around. I guess I probably subconsciously rebelled from, like, just, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, man. I think that's, but again, you're an artist. Everything is about
I'm leaning in the artistry for a lot of shit to get away. So the thing is, that's my thing. I'm rebelling on the whole caricature of you're supposed to be a quote unquote rapper, and And my weapon I'm leaning with is artistry. Like, no, I'm an artist. Can't tell me nothing.
There you go. There you go.
Chico.
Absolutely, bro. Down Bad Records. Gotta tell us about that, man. And is that a thing you're gonna be looking to do too in the future?
Yeah, so I actually shot my boy Fat Boy. We got him working. We got my manager Fat Boy, long childhood friend that grew up with me and Verge. So it came from me and Verge was like still like one of the guys still doing it from like the neighborhood and shit, like rapping and trying to go and get at it. And so we was like, yo, we need like it was just really what it was. I was broke. I'm still hurt right now. I was broke. Dang, you feel what I'm saying? Like, but I just made music, so it was like a joke. Like, yo, this is Down Bad Records because we making shit happen. Like, we did like a string of videos with no bread, no budget, just running, gunning, and
that's what it's about.
Just making it real. Like, so it was like, yo, we down bad, but it's good. You feel what I'm saying? So it just came as a joke, and then it was just one of those things we said on record, and we just kept running with it. I mean, if somebody owned it, trust me, we got other names in case, but you know, we're gonna try to get that name. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like if we can get the name, fuck it.
Shit, man.
And it was like people telling me like, oh, you know, you gotta watch what you put in the name because it could be you know, negative like that because it's like down bad. But it's like, I don't know, it just feel good when you say it like down
fuck
bad.
That.
But we
again,
good.
back to artistry, man. You just, you know.
And it's truth. I'm down bad, bro. I was down bad, bro. A lot of times when you like and you don't hear from me, it's because I can't get in the studio because I don't got it for the studio. Like
you keeping it in the beam, bro.
I'm keeping it in the beam, bro. Like
keeping it in the
shit,
beam, bro.
Shit, do.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like bars or we gotta keep this car in motion. We gotta keep this rent up. We gotta keep. It's real shit.
It's life.
It's life.
It's life, bro.
Right.
It's something that you paint. There's pictures that you painting constantly in your music.
Yeah, because I
appreciate your honesty.
Nah, because you know what it was? They love to call you if you're fronting on shit, right? Oh, so when I was younger, it was so ill and easy to write mad gun bars like, I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't ever want to be in a situation where somebody would be like, yo, he's fronting. You can't, like if I'm talking to you about rapping on the Q44s, you seen me on the Q44 before. Like that, you can't deny that. You gotta feel that. Whether you know, it may not be a cup of tea. You may like to hear gangster shit, which is cool. Like that's the beauty of this shit. There's other artists, give the gangster shit love. But like, I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be thorough, I'm gonna tell because I don't wanna, it's what I have. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be truthful with my rhyme. I want people to feel it.
That is what it's about, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about the Almanac, man. This whole, am I saying it right?
Yeah, the Almanac show, yes. So,
how did that come about?
Okay, so I was first originally doing a podcast with a couple of my brothers, Don't Try This at Home Radio, which was just us. It surfaced from us talking and rap, like debating wrestling as if we was debating hip hop in a barbershop like that. And for years, I wanted my brother Dre to get on the show, right? But you know, he just whatever, like he just was in his own world, right? But I noticed, and it's crazy, I'm gonna spin it back, right? So I had took a break from podcasting. So like during like the pandemic, I took a little break. I was like, yo, this shit is not worth. I was in this space like, man, fuck rap, fuck pot. Is any of this shit worth it? I'm missing time with my daughter. Is any of this worth it? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Then like one of my favorite wrestlers is Bryan Danielson. So he got signed to AEW. So Eddie was coming. Eddie was about to have a big ass match in Queens. So it was a lot of shit going on.
Okay. Right
in Arthur Ashe Stadium. So I was like, yo, let's I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna start doing the show again. So I did one episode, just me doing the show. And it was like 2 hours of me just talking shit by myself, no co-host. And then Dre hit me like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna do this shit by yourself. Let's do it. He pulled up on me and we been just potted and we just chop it up and we talk. And it's just me and him debating wrestling every week, just talking about it. We related to real life stories and cracking jokes. We tell what's going on in our lives. We just give it from our point of view. He be yelling, I'm yelling at him. We talking shit, fuck out of here. It's like, it's such amazing, a fun. Bro. We cracking jokes. I'm smoking gas. We smoking gas on the pod, talking shit. Just, it's a whole vibe. You feel what I'm saying?
That's funny, man. I love that shit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite era of wrestling?
My favorite era of wrestling is a tie between the Attitude Era, of course, with WCW, WWF, and that run. And there was a golden era of independent wrestling that was spearheaded by like Ring of Honor, So I really love that, and that's where a lot of the wrestlers are from today came from, like your Seth Rollins, your Daniel Bryans, who's now Bryan Danielson again. But all of they came, Samoa Joes, they all came from this place, Ring of Honor, which was like when ECW kind of fell off, ROH took that space. But instead of like how ECW was the background was extreme wrestling, ROH was built on pure one-on-one wrestling. So
amazing shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The Attitude Era for me was always gonna be the one to stand.
I know it's because it's our childhood.
That was
it's
our
it's like
childhood, bro.
it's like when you hear a certain song and it's like, oh, I'm back in '96. You know what I mean?
90, late 96, 97, all the way up to shit, damn near like mid 2000s.
Yep.
That was me, man. That was me, man. What can we expect from you from the future, my man?
So, man, I got a project with Wolverine coming up. We already did it.
I was hoping you
Yes. So I had a show on a couple weeks ago, and then me and Wolverine went to the shout out to Astra, shout out my boy War Ready, one of the guys that's really killing it on some engineering.
War Ready from Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey.
That is my guy.
War Ready is
Shout out to War Ready, man.
War Ready is him, man. War Ready
Yes.
really, like, I love what they doing out there. Like
Jersey
those
is
guys,
killing shit, bro. Like, really, really doing the damn thing.
they got it. They're rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Eric the Red too. Like
Eric
they
the
rapping.
Red.
They
Yes.
going crazy.
Yes.
They going crazy.
They're going. You got Key. He's out there.
Yes.
He's another one.
Yes,
You
he
got
be going crazy too.
going crazy. You got Stack Skrilla, who's from the Bronx, but he's out there.
Yeah, I mean, yo, they
doing
going.
it. They are doing the damn thing.
I will
over
say
there,
this,
bro.
like the underground scene, because I remember like when like I was in the underground, like I was around like when ASAP, World's Fair,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
all those was going around. Flatbush Zombies, Paul himself.
Trey Pizzy era.
Yeah, that was a era. That was a time. You know, that's crazy. You know,
Of course.
I know you know that was a time.
Pizzy, when Dave
That
East was
a
coming
time.
up, that
Yeah,
was a
fucking
time. Man. Manola
bro.
Rose.
I remember Yams running around,
Yams
and Fat
was-
Baby and shit like that. Like
That
I'm
was
like,
a
who's
time,
this
man.
Little nigga, but it was like shit was crazy. And like,
My nigga
That was-
Breeze Montana was another
yeah,
one.
yo, man, it was some guys, yo. There was a lot of.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
bro.
you good, bro. Because
But
it was like
I definitely remember
it was
that
a time,
Mhm.
and like this era now, like you call it like you deemed it the Renaissance.
I
era.
can't even call it that. Shout out to the God Sunez. He the
Okay,
one.
shout out to Sunez.
Yeah, he the
Shout
one.
out to Sunez, facts.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all both for telling the truth, because this is like I haven't seen the era like this now. Right now, it's so crazy. Everybody's fire, bro. Everybody's fire. Everybody got ill artwork. Everybody got ill bars.
And it's like every day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
It's crew of
nonstop,
niggas.
yeah.
Niggas is going crazy. So it's thriving right now. Like this shit is a beautiful thing. I'm just happy. It's funny because I be joking. Like I'm like, if you count shows, being on shows, songs, or like projects, like I'm kind of like the Kevin Bacon of the New York Underground. You can't do 6 degrees without tapping back to Heartbreak on the low. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm at the glass door. Shout out to Deb too. Deb had put me in a good friend of mine that put me in like industry. Like I was close. I was able to meet Benny. Not like I'm not gonna act like, oh, me and Benny did it. No, but it was like just to see how this shit work from the inside. It was
You been in some rooms.
yeah, like just
That's
to see
amazing,
it.
man.
Yeah.
You and Wolverine got something. I hope you and Action Figure got something coming out too.
I'm
Shout
trying
out
to
to
tell
Action Figure
me and
again.
Action got a record on the Wolverine project. That's crazy.
Them
That's
guys is
crazy.
working, man.
We was chopping it up, bro. We was really
Them
kicking
guys
back.
is
That's my
working,
brother.
man.
This shit. And I don't really like. I like genuine energy. So if it's genuine, like you fuck with me, I fuck with you. I'm genuine like that. I'm really simple. I'm easy to get along. I just smoke weed, do my thing, rap, talk about wrestling. We good. Like so. That's what they love over there. It's great, man.
Absolutely, man. Heartbreak, man. You gotta leave us with a gem, my brother.
I was thinking about this like all week. Like, damn, what's gonna be my gym? This shit mean a lot to me. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I really watched the show.
Nah, that's
like,
what's up, yo.
I was really like, yo, what's gonna be my gem? My gem is this. You're an artist. Do what the fuck you want. You love this shit. Like, it's one life to live. So, if you want to make a record with 27 records on it, make it. You want to make a record with 4 records, make it. You feel what I'm saying? There's no rules to this. I made a project that was 3 songs, and it was 3 of my favorite songs I ever made. It didn't really get the traction as joint I did with 27 records. So and now everybody would tell me, you gotta fuck that. This is art. No rules to this. Create color the way you want to color, love it, believe in yourself, and just put your foot on niggas' necks if you're going to do it. Just keep it on there.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Fuge, who's from up there in Mount Vernon. He just told me the same thing. He just was like, yo, man, Ty, keep your foot on these niggas' necks, man.
Yeah,
so
that's it, bro.
That's what it's about, man.
Yo, that's it, bro.
And
like,
those
do
who
what
know,
you
those
do
who
and
know.
be good at it.
There you go,
That's it, and just keep going and keep striving to. Like, it'd be funny because they be like, people look at me like, oh, you still trying to chase it. I'm laughing at you like, you already you're complacent.
Yeah.
You're not striving for nothing. So you're looking at me and I'm really looking at you hurt.
And on that note,
you know, shout out that Heartbreak Julio everywhere.
Everywhere for the Soul is out now.
Yes,
amazing
get that.
project.
Thank you, brother.
Amazing
This is an
project.
amazing platform, man.
Nah, thank you, man. Yo,
Seriously.
man, I wanted to tell you to see your face, man, from the compliments to the support, bro. I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, bro.
You
That's
know,
what
you
it's about,
definitely
man.
be the one lobbying, and I really,
Bro,
really appreciate that.
I told you
man.
that meant a lot to me. Like hearing that your father love, like,
Yeah.
that meant, I can't explain it to you, but like that, it just meant the world to me. That like anything you want to do, you want to come my next project, pull up, it's whatever, bro.
Oh, shit, man.
We locked in.
Definitely, yo, man, I appreciate you. Shout out Pops as well.
Yes, sir. Shout out Pops. I wanted you to play. I've been wanting to add, like, did Pops hear the record? Like,
Yo, this, I gotta send. I didn't send him this one yet.
Yeah.
I gotta send him for the soul.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna send him to. I'm gonna definitely send him that. I did tell him like, yo, you gotta. I did let him know like, yo, Julio got some new shit you gotta hear. So I gotta send it to him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna definitely do that.
Because he's
man.
one of those moments. Like, I have moments that keep me going, and that
Yeah.
was a moment that kept me going.
Well, he gonna watch this, so he gonna definitely.
Thank you, Pops, for
He
real.
gonna definitely be
Appreciate you.
tapped in.
Appreciate you.
HHGTV, like, subscribe, all that good
subscribe,
stuff. Joe got
comment,
me saying that.
Share.
I hate saying it, but Joe got me saying that.
Nah, you gotta say it.
You
man.
gotta
It's
say it,
fire.
right?
Like, subscribe, comment. I'll say it. Share that shit. Black shit, beautiful shit.
Absolutely, man.
Queen.
Big queen shit. Big,
Yes, sir.
big queen shit in the building, and we out.
Yes, sir.